Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think everything is working. So I'm just going to prepare for the dev chat, which is gonna happen in a bit. Just a moment, let me bring up the music. What am I going to talk about today? There's really, honestly, not that much for me to talk about anymore. Oh. There's really not much for me to talk about anymore, to be honest. But I did work on... Oh, damn, it's all the bots. Just a moment. Let me undo the alerts. I did work on like, what do you call that? The IAP methods, right? And I need to stop. Ah, damn. Stupid alerts, hang on. Let me just close the alert for reals. And I'll look into what to do with those later. Okay, anyways, I need to look into how to store the in-app purchases locally in a secure fashion. So that's what I've been reading into. So there's this thing called the Hmac function by like I read about it from Juju Adams' page. Seems very useful, and I guess that's what I'm gonna mention later during the dev chat. Anyways. Maybe I've started the stream a bit too early. We'll start in exactly 7 minutes, I believe. So let's see. Let me just switch back to Windows. I've been testing on the iOS for quite a while. Haven't actually been testing it on Windows. Let me see if it still works properly. There's been a crap ton of follow bots earlier, right? Horse00312, I don't know what they are about. Had to turn off the alerts. Muffino Puff. Oh, is that Maxime? Hello. Hey, hello Maxime. I've been working on my new game. You can kind of see that it's right here. I intend to release this like this year. I've been testing it on the iOS, and I hope that everything goes well. Yeah. So what I'm doing now is I'm waiting for a weekly dev chat. So I do it with a bunch of friends. Right, we'll all show our progress. Right, there's this one dude that I'll be doing dev chat with later called Chow. He's making he's making a game for Steam, and it looks quite incredible. You love the menu? Hey, thanks, man. How's it going? It's been a while. Are you still doing the 3D modeling stuff? Oh. Anyways, let me just go back here. Going good? Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I've spent like way too long on this project. Like my intention was to finish this project in like 3 months. But it's been a year. it's been a year, and I've yet to release it. But I think I should be able to release it like fairly soon, like in a month or two. Let me see. Right. So basically, I've been left with like just the really boring tasks, like stuff like IAP, in-app purchases that I need to work on. Ad integration and stuff like that. Hopefully at some point, right, I don't even need to worry about in-app purchases anymore because I can just do premium. Yeah, but that will be for a bigger project, I think. Yeah, in-app purchases and ads integration is not something I enjoy doing, to be honest. But for a small game like this, right, it's the monetization that makes the most sense, I feel. For a small game like this. Yeah, so after this, I'll have to work on the new project. Let's see. Are you streaming, by the way? Let me check. Let me check. Alright, you're not. You're trying to learn Unreal Engine. Oh, nice. Unreal Engine 5, right? There's a lot of like new technology with that engine, or the nanite technology. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. There's a lot to learn, right? Even for Unity, there's stuff like the data-oriented tech stack that I have not looked into. There's a lot to learn. Yeah, but as you can see, right, I'm at the moment I'm fairly comfortable with Game Maker. Yeah, Game Maker is like very streamlined, I feel, for 2D games. Since it's in beta, right? The new world streaming isn't fully implemented since it's. I see. World streaming. So like loading the world in by chunks. Is that what it means? World streaming, eh? Nice. Give me a moment, eh? I see that it's 3 PM. Where's the rest? Hang on. Let me just step into the server. Oh,
hello.
Hey Chow, how's it going, man?
Pretty tired actually.
Pretty tired.
Quite tired, yeah.
I see. What have you been doing for the past week?
Been doing some development on like sculptions, but yeah, I think mostly just tired.
Right. I played the your Steam demo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you adjust the difficulty? Because the first time I played it, right, I found it was easier. Now it is, the challenge is, I can feel the challenge now. Like it's good. It's a good challenge. Did
Oh no, I made it easier like last night actually.
last night? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I
last night I
tested
made
it
it.
slightly earlier.
Last night I made it even easier because people are saying it's a bit too challenging. So I made it
Oh,
like
I see.
I was like making it. I'll describe the changes later on in dev chat, but
Right.
basically I made some changes to how the health system works. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I was gonna
Yeah.
say I enjoyed the increased difficulty,
Oh, I see.
but like I guess like you should like listen to the majority, right? Like who?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, like I wanted to make it challenging but not punishing, which is a fine line to tread. I think
I know, right? I know,
it's
right?
quite a fine line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine line indeed.
Then I think I made a lot of other changes also, so I better bring up my notes. As for what?
Hello.
Oh,
Right.
hello.
Hey, Gian, how's it going?
Hey, it's
Hello.
going fine.
It's going fine. How's your work? How's not work? How's your week been?
Busy.
Busy.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't have a lot of sleep yesterday, and I realized that my body can no longer take it. So I'm like just feeling
Yeah.
like crap the entire time.
Yeah.
It's like
Same.
yeah, like I don't know if this happens to you all, but if I don't have enough sleep, then there'll be moments during the day, right, where I'll have like heart palpitation and like I have
Yeah.
acid reflux and whatnot. Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Terrible.
Quite bad.
Oh man, I can no longer do the thing I used to do.
Yeah, where you like stay up all night and then just do work.
Yeah.
Cannot do that anymore.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start first.
Okay. Okay.
Let me pop out the voice channels. Give me a sec. Okay, here we go. Share my screen. Screen 1. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so I guess a few things. The Steam demo is now out.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's now out on this on the page. So if you go to the Steam page, you should be able to see download Sculpt's demo button.
Yeah, man.
Then so I got it ready. I basically modified a bunch of stuff. Let me just launch the actual game to show what I mean. Okay, here we go. Can you guys see this? Okay. So I also made it so that like there's a description of what's going on as well. And then after you
Nice.
can click this and it will basically show this. Oh wait, no, my stream is not showing properly. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. Okay, then it will basically launch the website. Then actually let me turn off the music so that I can hear you guys. Yeah, then I think also in addition to that, I got rid of my shortcuts, my developer shortcuts. Just general stuff. I also modified all of it so that there's sounds whenever I click on stuff, which you can't hear right now. But when you click on these, you can actually hear the sounds. I don't know. I guess I could stream the actual application itself, but I wanted to show my notes here as well. So
Right.
it's just the sounds. So I also replaced the skull spread so that it looks a lot better, as you can see.
Right. More defined cheeks. Cheekbone.
Yeah, basically more like instead of less pixely, I guess.
Right.
I also made the main character a bit larger, and then now if you get hit, this happens.
Oh,
Nice.
that's a
So like
good idea.
yeah, then when you get to 6, when you get to if I can make it, when you get to like the tarot cards, right, you can basically regenerate your health. And that's much less challenging. Like not I plan to keep the level of challenge, but I don't want it to be punishing. So someone was saying that you should have a reckless normal state, and what he meant by that was that your general mode in the game, right, should be like you should be reckless about things until you're in the danger zone, and that makes things a lot more fun.
I see.
So yeah, see, so you can either like re-heal yourself back. And then I think I have to make it so that the shots don't like hit the enemies back that far, because it can be annoying when you're trying to hit somebody and then your shot just like causes them to go away like that. You see? So I need to modify that. Let me just check. Also, I made it so that the music loops. There's an introduction to the music, then it loops constantly from then. If that makes sense. There's two music files. There's an intro and there's a loop section.
Right.
Yeah, so I my musician gave me some extra music to work with. So I've been working on some of the audio stuff. Unfortunately, I can't really show it here, but it's basically just phasing in and out of audio and having transitions and stuff like that.
Right.
Also, I modified the Steam page. So if I show that here, I added like a GIF here.
Fantastic.
I basically made it look a bit better like that.
Nice.
And then I also did all of the social media stuff, like message content creators, and after that I'm on Twitter. Oh, one more thing I did was the Gib system. So if you notice, if I hit enemies now, right, there's like little chunks of them will fly out.
Fantastic.
And like you see that at the bottom? They're like all the blood is like the blood is like rolling around basically.
Nice.
So like that's a bit more extra feedback, I guess.
Yeah.
And I fixed some bugs. I also made a new enemy, so let me just show off that. Let me close this out first. I made a new enemy, so let me just modify my level reader to not launch the waves. Then enemies splitter. So I'm just using this default sprite for now. But the idea is that he'll split into two.
Right.
And this for the sloth. And they can become faster as well, so as you can see.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and then it's just a regular splitter enemy. That's what I did. But I also revamped all of my enemy code. So I revamped all of it, which is why there's a few bugs here and there. But it will allow me to actually make enemies about 2 to 3 times faster. Does that make sense?
Sorry, what do you mean?
My code previously was quite messy. So I revamped and cleaned up all of the code.
Right.
So actually making enemies now is extremely fast because I group all the common functions all together and everything is kind of just working.
Right. Fantastic.
Yeah. So that was the major change this week actually, but I can't really show it because it's literally just cleaning up the code and like restructuring the code base, I guess. Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah. But yeah, most of my time was spent fixing up the demo and fixing up certain parts of it and stuff like that.
Right. I have something to ask. So
Yeah.
you showed your level selection menu, right? And Ralph was the first one. When I was playing it yesterday, I'm not sure if it's a bug on my end.
No, I just changed it to
I
like
see,
be
I
the
see.
first because
Right.
people were complaining about it.
Yeah, so when I saw the menu, right, and I was like, I cannot click on the first. What was the first one? Sloth, right?
Yeah.
Used to be sloth, and I was a bit confused, and I don't know how to go to the next
Okay,
level.
I see.
Yeah, it took a while. I have to like click around before I figure out that you have to click on the edge of the screen.
Yeah, some people have said that also. Some people said they would prefer a mobile thing where you can actually drag the thing across.
Yeah, so that was one of the things I was doing, right? I was like dragging, and then, okay, so it doesn't support dragging. So
Yeah.
it took a while before I figure out I have to click on it. I mean, in hindsight, it sounds very obvious, right? Of course you have to click on it. But when I was playing it, it didn't occur to me that I have to click on it.
Yeah, that's something that some people have brought up. I actually have a feedback section with a lot of feedback that I have to go through and make into to-dos, basically.
Right.
But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that I have to do. Hopefully soon I can start working on the sloth stuff, but I have to make sure that by October 1st, I'm able to get all of the stuff out for the demo. Because I already messaged content creators already, actually. So actually, I should already have it done.
How many have you reached out to, if you don't mind me asking?
About 10, but then after the thing is, I only messaged those that I thought might be possible that they might cover the game. People that might like there's no chance I didn't like, or it doesn't fit their content. I didn't message.
Right.
I did have some reach out to me as well, and I told them if possible play it on October 1st to 7th. And I'm glad I said that, so that gives me some buffer time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some of them will be doing that. Yeah, that's basically it. I think for the next week, I'll probably have to finish up all of the regular stuff that I have to do for the demo. I need to fix up the shooting, like it's pushing them back too far, and then I have to add maybe a bit more juice here and there, stuff like that. I optimized the game a lot, like very recently, and by very recently I mean like as of a few hours ago. So actually now it should run on anything. Not anything, but like it should run on a lot more computers now smoothly.
Right.
The reason why was because previously I had velocity and position iteration set to 50, and that actually helps the chain simulation.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that also slows down when there's a lot of physics objects on the screen. So my solution for this is set it to 50, but then like change up some of like how some of the physics works in the game.
Right.
And then that optimizes things a lot. I object pooled all of the major particles and Gibs. So now it's much faster. There's a huge increase in FPS generally,
Nice.
and it can run on most things. I think even like at this point it can run on mobile
Right.
as
Right.
is. Yeah.
It,
So
it,
that's
it
great.
definitely, even the previous version ran on John's computer, right? So I think it should run on a lot really. I think, right, John. Did it run okay without without all this Discord streaming thingy?
It was a little laggy.
Yeah,
Still acceptable.
but now it should be like 2 to 3 times as optimized.
Nice.
So it should be basically run 2 to 3 times faster, hopefully.
Awesome.
So that's a major change also. Think that's about it. Because the next week I might not be able to have a lot of time for development as well because my birthday is coming up in like 3 days.
Alright.
I'm doing a birthday scream. So
It's on a Wednesday, right?
yeah, it's on a Wednesday.
Right.
Then I have to prepare for that. And I'm one of the tiers is like it's a subathon, so one of the tiers is actually I'll do a 2-hour game on stream. So I don't know.
Forgive me for cutting in. Like, what exactly is a subathon?
Well, subathon is basically people give gift subs, and then after that, if they reach a certain amount, then they get a certain perk.
Okay.
So if there's a total amount of certain amount of gift subs, then I will basically make a game live on stream on the spot. So I don't know how that's gonna work, but I don't know. There's also one where like I'm basically playing all my old games on the
nice.
stream. So
From your school days.
no, from before my school days.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah. So I'll be playing those. Yes. I think that's gonna go terrible if that happens, which is good, I guess.
I mean, yeah, you deserve the break and the celebration. So go
Yeah,
wild, man. Go wild.
I hope it goes okay. A bit nervous, but yeah, like other than that, the demo itself. So demo feedback wise, everybody is mostly saying it's fun. I think some people like send me like fan mail or like posted nice things in the. I think one person posted in the discussions, which I didn't expect anybody post.
Right.
But he was like incredibly good game.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, hell yes.
That's good.
Yeah, no, I was like, yeah, I was surprised that as many people liked it as they did because it's still kind of a bit jank and still unfinished in some places.
Well,
So
I don't think it's that surprising. I think it's got this. The personality is really strong. Like yeah. I like that you went all in with the presentation. Like when you have gore, right? You have like a ton of it, or blood is spraying everywhere. I really like that kind of thing.
yeah, I do think that now it might be a bit too easy. Maybe I'm a bit worried about that. Like I'm worried that people can just try and then just beat in one go, which apparently some people have done on the previous version before I made it easier.
What?
Yeah, they tried like one time, then they just beat it.
Right. No, but I still think it's important to know what the average player, how the average player will deal with it, rather than.
Apparently, the average player can't beat it at all. So like there's been people who played for like 2-3 hours and can't beat it.
Ah, right.
Yeah, so I was like, I need to cater for most people. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That brings us to an interesting question, right? Because, when exactly, if you take a look at the developers of say Devil Daggers or even Super Hexagon, right?
Yeah.
What gave them the confidence, right, to say this is bloody difficult, but like almost no one can beat it, but this is how I want to design it. Like what gives them that confidence?
I think it's easier for endless games.
And
For endless games, it's like you just don't go as far. And Super
right.
Hexagon, even though it's divided into difficulties, it's still kind of endless. I mean,
Right.
it's-
After you beat like
Yeah.
60 seconds, it still keeps going, right?
it still keeps going.
Right.
So it's like it's still kind of endless. And Devil Daggers is definitely an endless game. So I feel that for those kind of games, it's easier. For a game like mine where it actually ends, or like a shmup, like a shoot 'em up, or bullet hell, okay, kind of game, that's a bit harder, I think.
Right.
That's why I want to make an endless mode eventually in this, if I can figure out how that's gonna work.
Right.
Yeah. But I think for the next week, I'm just gonna try to chill out a bit because I am a bit burnt out from like
Yeah, don't burn yourself out.
because like for the past few weeks I've been like working on it every single day without that many breaks. Maybe each week I take 1 day break, and then sometimes I work on it for like 12 hours in a day.
Oh,
So
goodness.
like quite bad. It should be so in the next week I'll probably be like taking a bit more of a break from it.
Yeah.
Just fixing up bugs, making sure the demo is okay. I'm not gonna work on the boss anymore, even though it's obviously not finished.
Right.
I just want to make sure that everything is okay, and that all the juice is there. Everything is like
Yeah.
fine. Maybe tweak up the difficulty a bit to make it a bit harder because right now with the actually at this point it might even be okay. Like at this point, people think that it's a alright difficulty for demo because people still aren't beating it first try. And I don't expect people to beat it first try. That guy who beat it first try was the only person who beat it first try. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. So when I played it, I think
Yeah.
like everything prior to the boss feels alright to me. The boss itself, right? I'm
Yeah.
not sure if I'm the only one who had that problem, but the feast that flies at you, I
Yeah.
for some reason to me, right, the telegraphing doesn't seem enough, so I had trouble predicting when it
Yeah.
fly at me.
There is almost no telegraphing for that thing, which
Ah.
is why I wanted to actually change up the boss. But I don't think I'll be able to do it before the demo, before the October 1st.
Right.
So I'm probably not worrying too much about it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna worry too much about that. But yeah, other than that, I think I can work on everything else. Just make sure that everything is okay, and just keep replaying it and balancing the difficulty, stuff like that. And yeah, I think that's it for my side. So next week I'm gonna just tweak up the demo, try to see if there's anything wrong with it and fix it up.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think I'm gonna work on the. I'm not gonna work on the sloth circle until the demo until the October 1st, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Then October 1st, I don't want to touch it anymore till 7th because I don't want people to have a different experience.
Yeah.
If that
Yeah.
makes
True.
sense.
True.
Yeah. If there's any problems, I just leave them there. Unless it's a bug, then
Yeah. I have another question if you don't mind me asking.
yeah, sure.
So Steam has a lot of like a new feature with like that it gives you new tools, right, to promote your game, and there's this one thing where you can
Yeah.
stream on your store page. Will you be doing that, and how does that?
I need to set it up ahead of time, but I don't think I'll be doing that because my game is rather short compared to some of the games, so I don't think I'll be doing that. Do you think I should?
I'm not sure because I have no idea where I can get any data on how much that helps. But I seem to
Yeah.
recall people putting up like pre-recorded videos and playing them on loop.
Oh, really?
It seemed that it felt that way because like it didn't seem like it doesn't feel like it's possible for them to be streaming like for 10 plus hours straight without.
Yeah, no, I saw some people do that as well, but I didn't know that was for the demo festival. Demo festival, I think, has to be live.
Oh,
I think because they actually have it in their documentation that you can set up a live stream where people can talk to you, and I think the live streams maybe will get replayed. Maybe that's what's get replayed.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
I see. That makes sense.
But yeah, I actually am not sure. I don't think I'm gonna do a live stream overall.
Right.
Because also there's gonna be a bunch of people who are live streaming the game after October 1st. I think at least 2 to 3 people are planning to do it.
Nice.
3 to 4. Then also like then they might want me in the chat also. So I'm probably gonna have to join
Right.
several live streams anyway. So yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, so that's all from my side for this week. Quite
Awesome.
tired, quite tiring this week actually.
You've been working
Yeah.
yourself to the
The bone. Ha ha ha!
Oh, no.
Alright, let me stop streaming. There we go.
to the bone. Yes, to the bone.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Alright, is it John's turn?
Yes.
It's my turn. I don't have much to show
That's alright.
this week. But yeah, let's see. Post one people. My video might be a bit janky. I don't know why it's been the case today.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. If you if it's not too janky on your end, you should be able to see like there's a trail on the little ball now. Yay!
Yes.
The video looks less janky than normal actually.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's smoother than
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah. So 2 things I changed this week. One is the trail. Now you can see a trail on the ball.
Oh nice.
Number 2, I changed the thing to what you all suggested last week, which is that the slowdown only happens after you hit like a bad sector.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So if you hit something bad and it slows down for a bit, it slows down like half speed. I wonder if that's too much, too
I
little.
think you might need some like background color change or something to
Oh, yeah.
indicate. No, wait, sorry, give me like, just 5 seconds. Somebody's at my door. I need to grab something.
Sure.
I'll be right back in 5 seconds.
Yeah, no worries. 5, 4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1. Boo. Anyways,
Hello.
Oh,
you're back. Yeah.
Sorry, I need to grab something.
yo. No worries.
Yeah. Okay, so
Why is your
Okay, we were-
screen blank, John?
All right, because it disappeared because I won.
Alright.
yeah, you won.
Not doing anything while we're doing some things. But anyway, yeah. So trail slow down. Yeah, like Charles suggested, should add an indicator showing that it slowed down. Haven't done many effects this week. Bounce. Yeah, trampoline. Anyway, so yeah, there's that.
Fancy
Yeah.
transition.
Fancy transitions. Yeah, fancy.
Very nice.
That's what I added last week. I sped up the transitions, like you mentioned.
Yeah, better,
super-
right? Because you're gonna see it all the time.
Yeah, you're gonna see it all the time. It's very annoying. Yeah, so there's that. I said I would do a different kind of like different paddle effects, but I haven't gotten around to doing that because I discovered there's like a major bug in my collision code.
Show us.
Let me draw it out. I don't know if I can show it, but actually maybe I can show it.
It's okay. I mean, drawing it out is also showing us.
I wonder if I can do it this way too. Yeah. So I wonder if I can zoom in. Oh, I can. Yeah. So dang it. So if it's not pausing, I guess. So these balls were supposed to travel in a 90-degree angle. They were supposed to travel at like you should see that the path of the two balls form a
Yeah.
square.
Right.
Yeah. And right now you see that they're kind of slowly rotating over time.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Is that
So
reason
this
why?
is okay. So previously, it didn't quite do that. Then I discovered there was a bit of a bug in my code. So I fixed that. Well, I thought I fixed that. And then it ended up not fixing it and ended up giving me even weirder results.
Ah,
So let me try to draw it out. Um, so basically, this, let's say this is the oh my goodness.
is that supposed to be a circle?
Yes, yes, that is a circle. Let's assume it's a circle.
Okay.
Awesome art skills here. Yeah.
Oh,
That's it.
I am the best artist alive. Yeah. Okay. So assume this is the outer circle,
yeah.
or at least the collision circle that the ball is colliding against. So the way I do it is I take the center of my ball
Mm-hmm.
and I see if it extends beyond this circle. This is an imaginary circle because the paddle is supposed to be like somewhere around here, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then my ball I just test against this circle. But the thing is, depending on your frame rate and stuff like that, the ball might penetrate this circle even more, right? It might extend
Yeah.
beyond this circle, further than expected. So I was basing my my reflection vector on this position instead of this position, right? You want to reflect about this point, right? It comes in here and bounces off here, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Which may or may not be okay. I guess
Wait, what? Say again. Sorry, what?
I don't know if this is actually okay because
It's still the same collision normal, right?
Is it still the same collision normal? Let's say your ball is traveling from this direction out, right?
Okay.
Draw a horizontal line, go hand, do your stuff, hand.
Okay.
Would this? So the point, it would have intersected at this point.
Oh,
But now I'm taking this
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you
position.
mean.
Yeah, it's not the
I see what
same.
you mean. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So what I did is, well, I didn't realize this at the start. So at first, all I thought was, oh, the ball is, kind of far out. So I need to shift it back, to where the normal is, and then reflect. And so I did that. But it turns out now I'm shifting the ball here.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and
which
then
doesn't do
reflecting it.
anything.
Yeah. Or rather over here.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, over here. I put my center here,
Yeah.
and then reflect it here. But
Right.
yeah, that still gives an incorrect collision because the actual collision point should be like this over here.
Hmm.
Right.
So so right now I'm still in the process of fixing this problem because now I need to figure out like what the initial velocity vector was,
Right.
and then shift the ball back to the actual collision point, and then reflect it off that point.
Yeah.
In most cases, just resolving the penetration of where it is should have been fine, right? But I guess in your case, it resulted in the path changing over time.
Yes. Well, yeah. Well, I haven't. Sorry. What do you say?
I'm saying that in most cases, just pushing the ball, right? Like the ball penetrated the edge, right? And in most cases, that you don't really need that kind of like accuracy, right? So you just if you were to just resolve the penetration outwards, based on the collision normal where the ball currently is, it would have been fine, right? There's no need to find the actual time of collision and shifting it where it needs to be. But
Actually,
in your case, you need that, is it?
Actually, from like engines that implement, like for example, Godot, right?
Right.
They have move and they have move and slide. So in this case, his previous implementation will have been move and slide because it will have slid across the surface, and the regular one will be move. So it actually matters quite a bit.
I
or like
see,
stuff
I
like
see.
precision platformers and stuff like that.
Because right, so this would be like, say this is a wall, right, and then like for most stuff that I guess we've implemented in the past, like your collision would have been like against the normal of the
Yeah.
wall, which would have been like perfectly
Yeah.
fine, I guess. But in this case, it's because of the I imagine it's because of the curvature of the collision surface.
Yeah.
Now the normal is kind of dependent on where you collide.
So I have
Yeah.
this exact problem, right, when I'm
Mhm.
trying to implement like variable slopes.
Mm.
Like slopes that can be of any angle,
Mm.
even like curvy ones. Yeah, I have this exact
Collide
problem.
where? How? Where?
Yeah, exactly. It's extremely hard.
Right here.
Right,
Collide
right.
here. Where? How? What? Why?
No, but the my question was that let's say if you're just controlling a single character, right? Would that kind of accuracy matters, you know? Because even if it's a little bit off, the gamers wouldn't feel it, right? But in John's case, there's this repetitive motion that needs to be that needs to remain the same throughout the
Yeah.
entire level, and in that case, he needed to solve that problem, right? It's like
Oh.
kinda, yeah.
No, for slopes, right?
Yeah.
If you have the wrong kind of like, if you use the move and slide for a slope, right, when you're not supposed to, right, it will over time, right, actually cause you to slide down the slope or stick to certain parts without
okay.
without your intention. Yeah.
I see.
So it actually can matter if it depends on what you're making, I guess. If it's like just a bullet, then obviously it doesn't matter.
Right.
And I'm like rolling, keep rolling. I'm doing weird things now.
So how do you intend to solve it? The casting array, find the time of collision?
Yeah. So like use this vector, compare against like against the distance from the circle. It has to distance from the center of the circle. It has to exactly be like your like say my current position in P, right? P plus V T, where T is the gray time, whatever you call it,
Yes.
should be equal to R. Oh no, minus C, where C is the center of the circle, right? Then the distance squared should be equal to R squared, where
Right.
R is this vector. Oh my goodness, this is
Yeah,
so
right.
slow. I think my potato is dying.
Killed by pain. No, it's not pain, it's Gim. I see.
Yeah. I turned on Twitter earlier, but the lag was even worse.
Yeah.
Potato, why you do this to me, potato? But I think, I think I'm just supposed to solve this for T, right? And then I can just get the
And then shift it to the point of collision.
slow. Yes.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yes.
I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
We're talking about you having to shift the ball to the point of collision, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Allow me to draw more. Knock this spot even more. That's that for this week.
Awesome.
Cool, man.
Cool.
That's that for this week. Ta-da! And then I will have to fix this bug, and then I will implement different kinds of paddles. Like
Very cool.
patterns and
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah. Chao, you mentioned in Godot, what's the two functions name?
Move and slide.
Move and slide. Move and slide is if you penetrated it doesn't bring you back to the point of collision, right? That's move and slide.
Yeah.
Okay. Move and slide.
Watch how I can spill.
Fantastic.
Sorry, what?
Can spell.
I can spew.
Can speak.
Alright.
But yeah, like Godot is actually pretty good with that kind of stuff, at least for 2D.
So why move? So is it like some kind of a helper function they provided?
Yeah,
move
they do. They have stuff for kinematic bodies basically.
So within move, within these two functions, they handle the collision as well.
Yeah.
I see.
Or you can you just use the collision functions. It's actually pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's it from me.
All right. Cool. Thanks, John.
Yeah.
Let me just stop watching. I don't have anything. Like,
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention something just now, so I
yeah.
guess I'll do it at the end later on.
Oh, okay. If you want to talk about it now, you can do so as well.
I think I just dabbled into 3D modeling as well because I want to make a 3D game that after Skull Chains.
Oh.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that turned out to be easier than I thought. Hey.
Oh.
Easier. Wow. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Turns out not to be so bad.
Nice.
Turns out if you have a background in 2D art, 3D art is not that bad.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've heard anyone say that before. Maybe.
Here's the technique part, at least the technique part. And if you're sculpting, but I'm doing modeling, which doesn't really carry over, but yeah.
I see. That's cool, man.
What kind of 3D modeling tools are you using?
Blender.
Cool.
Blender. Free tool.
That's right. FOSS.
Yeah.
What's FOSS?
Free
open source software.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I should have known. Oh my goodness. Anyways, that isn't much for me to show, right? I will just talk about what I've done. So last week I needed to. I mentioned last week that I will test out the in-app purchase, right? So I've done that, and I want to use this chance, right, to rant about how the Game Maker's documentation is full of typos that cost me hours of work.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's like there's this particular key, right? You know, they give you a dictionary, a map, rather. And to access this particular element, right, you have to like give it a key, you know, key in strings, and that there's a typo in there. So I followed the documentation. I'm like, why is it not bloody working? So yeah, after some debugging, I managed to pinpoint that bloody typo, and that's fixed.
Oh no.
Yeah. that talk.
Terrible.
Yeah, and it's not just that, right? There's also it's also not very up to date. The plugin itself is not very up to date, so there is actually compilation error that I have to fix inside Xcode manually every time I make a build. So
every time you make a build, you can't automate it.
That I do not know how to automate it, man. It's like it's missing a header file. I have to import it every single time. Yeah.
That happened to me too. It's the worst.
So that is one thing that I want to talk about. I want to complain about it a little bit. Then next up, right, is about how do you store this in-app purchase. So I'm this in-app purchase that I'm providing is ad remover, right? Ad remover is known as a non-consumable, so it's not the currency that you can use up. It's a permanent purchase. It's a permanent item that should stick with your account, right? So once you buy it. So they recommend, or they meaning like the Apple documentation, right? They recommend that you do this item verification using your own server, right? I do not have the means to do that, nor do I have the expertise to set up this kind of stuff. So I have to figure out a way, right, to store this IAP locally, but do it in such a way that is still secure, right? Like people cannot just change the text file and suddenly they have the free IAP. Do you know?
Okay, so the way that I did it, right?
Yes.
Was I worked around it by using the I believe I used your do you know like iCloud, right?
Uh-huh.
I believe there is a way to work around it so that you can actually restore the purchases. I don't think you need to do it on your server. I'm pretty sure you don't.
Restore purchases is fine, but I'm not talking about having to communicate with the Apple, right, to restore your purchases every single time. You have to provide a restore purchase button anyways, right? I'm talking about stuff like something that doesn't take so long to verify. So no, I've stored it locally in a text file, right? Maybe it's a bad idea to store it in a text file, but I store it in the text file, right? But here's where I kind of need to make it like not susceptible to exploits, right? So so the again, right, this approach that I chose may not be the best thing, but the idea is to store this flag inside a text file and then hash it with a key, right? And then append it to the back of the file, so it acts like some form of checksum, right? So if anyone changes the content of the file, then when I recalculate the hash of the content, it wouldn't match the whatever is appended to the back of the file, right? But to do it in a way, right, that is not susceptible to exploits, I had to use this function called the Hmac function. I do not know like the implementation details of Hmac, but I read about it from Juju Adams' page, right? This guy who wrote a lot of tools for GameMaker, and he's provided the implementation, right, which is right here, right, the Hmac. So this is the function I'm using. So it's essentially, right, I just need to have a key that I use for hashing, and I have to do it through this Hmac function. And I'm hoping that this alone, right, will be enough to protect the file.
Right.
Yeah. You heard it here first, kids. How to hack your jump to Voa and get no ads.
No, but they don't know the key, right? I'm not revealing the key on stream. They cannot just take the content, change it, and rehash the thing because they don't have the key, right? They don't have the key, so
yet.
They have the key yet, yeah. No,
oh my god.
The thing is, right, aside from the hash at the back of the file, right, the content, right, I'm storing them as plain text. I'm not sure if it's worth storing that, like saving the file as in the form of ciphertext instead. Like, what do you think? Maybe plain text is fine, right?
I don't think it's worth it.
Right. There's no need, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it. That's it. Apologies for my rant, right? But the documentation really needs to be updated, man. Plugin needs to be updated. So it really wasted a lot of my time. But yeah, but it's over. I think I've tested it. It seems to work fine. I've tested it on one test account, so I'll have to switch to another test account just to make sure that everything works fine, works correctly. And that's it. Hmac.
Nice.
Yeah, today is about Hmac. And that's it.
Oni. Nice.
Yeah, only Hmac.
I need to play Oni.
Oh, Oni! Fantastic, man. You should you can find it on the Abandonware page. It's not distributed anymore, so that's the only way to get the game.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was looking into gameplay videos and I was like, man, this looks like slower Godhand.
It's
But in a good way.
Yeah, and it's also very what do you call that? It's surprising how many different moves there is. Like if you how do I put it? If you press a directional button and
you can press shift, then you can modify it.
And there's stuff like if you squat down and then if you press up and kick, right? It will kick at the face from a squatting position, but if you don't press up, right, then it's the sweeping kick. So that it seems to have a lot of flexibility for such an old game. This game was released in 2001. Right?
Yeah. So Godhand has about 100 moves, all different and animated, and you can completely customize like which buttons do what.
Oh man, so Godhand is on a different level altogether.
Godhand is on a different level, but I also think Godhand is my favorite game. So if there's anything even like it, right, I want to try it out.
Right. There is this thing about Oni, right? Where where the story behind the development might also be very interesting. So you can look it up. It's by Bungie, right? And it's one of the Bungie games where it's like kind of a little bit obscure. I feel like because a lot of Bungie games seems to be very well known, right? You know, like Marathon, Halo, Destiny, and everything, big titles, right? But Oni is one of those that is kind of like forgotten by quite a lot of people. So you can look into it, right? The history is pretty interesting. The development is apparently pretty hellish, and a lot of it has to do with there's some like publishing issues back then as well. For example, the rights is no longer with Bungie. The rights for the game is no longer with Bungie. It's with Take-Two.
I see.
Yeah. So like you can just look it up. Sorry for going off topic completely, but there we have it. Shall we?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I should probably show off some of my 3D models.
Yes, please.
I will stream my screen.
Yes, sir.
Give me a sec. Stream share screen. Share. Okay, there we go. Can you guys see? Okay, I'll open up. Oh wait, how do I open up? Oh, there you go.
This has a very quick one vibe to it.
Yeah, it's a Shambler but discount version. Yeah, and then also like here's another shot of it. Oh, look at that! Oh man!
Oh
my
man.
goodness.
So the process I did for this was I basically used Blender for like let me just open it up. So I basically used Blender to model most of it. So Shambler.blend.
Yes.
So I used this to do it. Then I did like some simple UV unwrapping, right? And I figured out how to do UV unwrapping. And I did this like I think I made this picture in like 5 seconds.
Right.
Not 5 seconds. I did 20 seconds or 30 seconds.
Okay.
Then I made this model in a very short amount of time. But most of my time was actually spent in Substance Painter. So actually, I was using this software, which is used for high-end models.
Yes.
Not for whatever I'm doing right now. But I wanted to shout out a plugin that I've been using, called. You'll find out soon once I open this.
Okay.
It's called Pixel 8R.
Pixel 8R, right.
Basically, it makes it so that when I paint, right, it can make it pixelated and conform to a texture and stuff like that.
Oh, it's
like
you paint on the model itself rather.
Yeah, I paint on the model itself.
Oh.
I'm lazy.
No, that's so cool.
Then I can like wait. Let me just. Oh
no.
Wait, give me a sec. Base color. Oh, there you go. See it?
And you can mirror it as well.
Yeah, I can mirror it as well. And you look at this. Like the colors are all like constrained because of the plugin.
Oh wow, man.
Oh, that's
So
fantastic.
it's like super useful. I can like change the opacity and stuff, and like can change the sizing of this, and I can just like draw out like the entire thing. And this whole thing, I'm sure I'll get faster with time.
Right.
But this whole thing, including the texturing and everything, it took me about 2 hours, and 1.5 of the hours was unwrapping it. So because I didn't know how to unwrap it, but I think I'll get much faster over time.
Have you rigged it?
Oh, rigging it will be easy now actually. But I've rigged stuff before. It's just that UV unwrapping is the most of the pain, I guess.
Right. But the weight painting, is it like an easy thing to do, or
It's an easy thing to do, yeah. In Blender, it's easy. So I can actually make all this stuff like really, really fast, and if it's environments, I don't even have to rig it. So it's like super fast to make. And I was like, man, 3D sure is a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Especially when I'm easy moding it by doing low poly pixelated. Yeah.
Do you know if there is like a poor man's version of Substance Painter?
Yes, it's Blender. So
you can paint in Blender?
You can paint in Blender. There's texture painting. See, look at this. Let me see. You need to create a. Okay, I've done it before, but like, you basically have to create a new texture, and then you need to assign it as an unlit material inside the thing.
Right.
But I find that it's very good. It's actually very, very, very good. But I like the fact that I can constrain the colors in this automatically. Substance Painter. But if you wanted to just use Blender, it's actually what most people do. They actually don't. Most people don't do this. Most people just do this, and then just like texture paint here, because texture painting here is quite easy also.
Right.
And actually, the brush workflow in Blender is actually probably better than Substance Painter for like this kind of stuff. The only thing I'm getting out of this is the color constraints, which is quite huge still. So you know, but I can still probably get the color constraint through a shader. So I mean, you know,
your own plugin.
I would like. Yeah, this guy, right? Like this one of my friends, he makes like this kind of like models and stuff.
Right.
So I was like quite inspired. Technical game artist. But yeah, like I'm quite inspired by his stuff. So I was like, man, I really want to get into that kind of aesthetic.
Nice.
So, for my next game, I actually figured out what I'm gonna do. Probably
Yes.
it's gonna be called Crimson Knuckles,
Oh,
and it's
isn't
gonna be a
Knuckles already
punch him
red?
up, a first-person punch him up.
Oh,
Isn't,
that's good.
isn't
that's good.
Knuckles already red?
Uh,
Knuckles already
Oh,
red.
god damn it! It's the Sonic joke, isn't it?
yeah, I know. It's a Sonic joke. But anyway, ignoring that, so basically you punch up like horrible like monsters with your fists.
Hmm.
You can punch, parry, block, and slide.
Wow.
And then if you absorb their blood, you can like unleash powers.
Ah,
So it's like a melee FPS kind of thing.
right.
Wow.
And that's what I want to do.
This is very inspiring because like I've always wanted to properly pick up 3D modeling. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it before on stream, but I really want to do something like you know, Rockman Legends, you know, that kind of.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
have this kind of like look to it also.
Yeah, I really want to do something like that, and I've been like keeping my eye out on like maybe like noob friendly tools, right? I have my eyes on this tool called Crocodile 3D. I'm not sure if you've seen it.
Crocodile 3D is good. There's also Sprytile, which is free, I believe.
Hang on, let me write all this now.
Sprytile, this one.
Sprytile, SPRYT. Okay.
Yeah, it's in Blender itself actually. So if you know how to use Blender, it's actually.
Okay.
And it's free and open source. But I would actually recommend. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. If I search like PS1 skeleton, I think I'll find it.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy, Starcrafts. I would recommend his tutorial on like creating
Oh wow.
this kind of stuff.
Oh, fantastic.
He has a very cool method for like applying the textures actually. He like does it like within like a few minutes.
Wow.
It's very cool.
That's
Yeah, but like I would highly recommend this tutorial, and also like it isn't as hard as it might seem for at least for low poly stuff. I think my friend was like most of the tough parts is actually the texturing, and since I'm a 2D artist, it's actually a lot easier to do that for me.
Right. Oh, I have a comment by Sega Tapes. Hello, Sega Tapes. He says they're gonna stop lurking to say that Sprytile is very cool, but can be frustrating when trying to export from Blender to other programs. Have you given Sprytile a go?
Me? Yes, I've used it and I've exported it to Unity.
Ah.
It wasn't that hard, like, but that was a few years back.
Right. Okay.
Somebody in my chat also asked, can you do this on iOS? As in modeling on iOS? Yes, you can actually, but it's not as good as modeling on a computer. There's a few good tools for sculpting and stuff on iOS. One of them is called Nomad Sculpt.
Right.
And you can do this kind of stuff basically.
Oh wow.
And you can do low poly stuff as well, but it's not as good as using a computer for sure.
Yeah. There's this one time where I wanted to look for a iPad pixel art program, right? Because like, you know, I can do stuff on my bed, but it just never really cut it for me, right? Like just using a mouse on the computer seems to always feel more smoother, feels more.
Call the keyboard shortcuts, I think.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, like oh yeah, that's the other thing. Sprytile used to be on par with Crocodile.
So
from what it used to be on par with Crocodile.
On par with
Used to. But from what I am aware of, Crocodile is more frequently updated now. So it's probably way better than Sprytile.
Crocodile is also like a Blender.
See, the last update was 2020.
Oh, that's a while ago, right.
Yeah. But Crocodile last update was a few days ago. But it's paid out, that's the difference.
Right.
But sorry, you were saying?
Sorry?
You were saying something?
Was I saying anything? Let me think. I don't think so. I don't remember what I was
Okay. Actually, actually that's quite inspiring. Maybe I should buy Crocodile like today. And, like learn how to. Okay, maybe not today. I'm supposed to take a break today.
Yeah. But it looks fairly accessible considering it's like what $20 seems okay.
Yeah, definitely. I plan to probably I want to basically. Oh wait, you can make characters with it. What the heck?
Woohoo!
Huh.
The
I
thing
mean,
that-
probably that's probably not a good idea though.
yeah, but the thing that caught my eye was that you can, like, it has a very tile-based style of modeling to it, and I thought
Yeah.
maybe that is more like beginner friendly. You know, like someone like myself may be able to pick it up over time.
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't find that to be too much of a difference when I was doing it and like actually just doing regular like level modeling. What I will say is the easiest level editing I've ever done, right, is Doom editing, which is I don't recommend it.
Okay.
It's only recommended if you are like if you use a Doom level editor, right,
Yes.
then export it to a 3D model.
Yeah.
You can actually make levels very quickly. The problem is that you can't. There's certain restrictions, but because of the restrictions, right,
Yeah.
you can make levels super fast.
Right. The restriction is that everything is from a 2D view, right, from the top, right? You have
Yeah.
animation, but you cannot have things under something, right?
You cannot. Yeah, exactly. But you can get around that problem fairly easily by having multiple words and just combining them together.
Right.
So that's what I did for my game actually.
Wait, what?
For Scrap Metal. I made this game called Scrap Metal where it's like a 3D punch 'em up.
Right.
And then I used WAD files to make levels. And then anytime I needed an extra elevation, I just made another one. And actually, it was like our secret weapon because we made levels faster than any other team as far as I can remember.
What file is just a text file, is it? Or
WAD file is it's called, it stands for Where's All the Data.
right.
And basically it is just a level file, but it's very easily read. I actually made my own 3D exporter for it.
I see.
So it's actually very easy to actually, like the code actually, if you read the code, right, John Carmack's code is still like super legible now.
Right.
Even if you don't know the rest of the code base, which is incredible. I've never seen that. But I was able to like, just read it and then like figure out what stuff did. Then I could just export everything myself.
Fantastic. Doom
Yeah.
Builder. I didn't know it has a name.
I would recommend GZ Doom Builder.
GZ. Oh,
But I
GZ,
wouldn't.
right.
But I wouldn't recommend it for current games. Like
Yeah.
the situation where I used it was very very specific, right? For current games, I would still recommend Crocodile 3D or Sprite Tile if you want to
Something
go.
that offers more
fix that,
flexibility, right?
But yeah, actually, like now that you bring this up, I'm like, wait, shit, I should probably learn how to use Crocodile.
I want to pick this up one day, but maybe.
And
after
for me, that day is today. Today,
I thought you said you wanted to take a break.
I shit.
Take a break.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. No, but cool. Thanks for
yeah.
sharing this. Like,
Yeah.
hopefully this would like give us another push to look into something beyond our comfort zone.
Hell yes, let's all do 3D. Actually, okay, wait. Actually, wait. Let me one before we end off, right?
Yes.
7-day FPS is this year's December 3rd. That's
Oh, wow.
3 days after I released Skull Chains.
Ah.
You wanna all let's all enter.
Wait. How long is 7 days?
7 days, yeah.
7 days. I'll think about it.
Dude, it's like the best like gem to start learning like.
I might
3D
have
stuff, I
classes
think.
during this period though.
Oh, okay, I see.
Damn.
Damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna enter. I'm gonna give myself a 3-day break. Then I'm gonna enter this. Probably gonna die out because I probably need to do bug fixes for Skull Chains also. And like shit.
Oh yeah, you have to manage your time.
Yeah.
Sega Tape says, as someone who put off learning 3D modeling for way too long, you recommend giving it a go. It's less difficult than it sounds. Thank you, Sega Taos. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree because I literally like it took me a day to learn how to do this. So it's like
You do.
okay, I'm lying actually.
You do have a much stronger art foundation than
I've also done this before, so
that's
wow.
different.
but that's a long time ago. So I mean,
Long time ago. Right.
Yeah.
Then that's the difference, right? You do have like art background. So
Yeah, I do have art background.
Yeah.
I do make art, and I do it for money sometimes. So I guess that's the difference. Yeah.
There is a difference, yeah. But still, it's inspiring. So I think after my current project and maybe my next one, I will also try to.
Hell yeah! Let's all make 3D games. Yeah, John, are you in? Are you gonna make 3D games?
Sure. I'm not sure if anyone wants to look at my 3D art, but
Oh.
You should have
But
seen
let's
John's
do it.
2D art, man. Everything is
You can do like super hot style art, like
super. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
you
yeah.
can just do this style,
And it
add a
still
shit
looks
ton
good,
of
man.
bloom, then can already.
Yeah. Put a lot of ambient occlusion, you know.
Yeah. Just like fill it to the brim with post processing effects, then can already.
Exactly. Oh, Amanda is insulting John.
Oh
right.
shit!
Huge
Not
difference.
again.
Look at John. He can't even draw a circle.
That was a circle. You just need to use a bit of imagination.
Oh my god.
People pay me money to get my art out of their face.
Oh.
What?
People
But-
pay Chow money to put art in their face. People pay me money to get
It's
my art out of
two
their
sides
face.
of the same coin. eh?
Two sides of the same coin.
That's right. Anyway, I
Yeah.
guess I don't know why I'm sorry for bringing us all down this rabbit hole, but now I'm also brought down this crocodile rabbit hole. So that's good? Question mark.
No, but John, definitely finish a game first because that is currently the trouble you're facing, right?
Finish.
Finishing a game, yeah. Finishing.
I like how you're saying that, like you're repeating it like with so much trepidation. Finish a game.
Hey! I finished.
Space Jack.
Gravity Rush 2.
Oh.
Damn it!
I thought you were gonna say like I thought you were gonna say something. Oh, let's end off. Let's
Let's end it. Let's end it.
Let's end it.
Going
Wait,
way
let me
off
know.
topic.
Yeah, alright.
Alright,
Let's
man.
let's recap, I guess.
Yes.
Alright, so I did a lot of demo stuff this week.
Uh-huh.
A lot of demo stuff this week, and then next week I'll basically be doing even more demo stuff. But I'll basically just be trying to fix up bugs and big issues at this point. I won't be adding anything new, so I don't know exactly what I'm gonna. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna add because it's just literally just fixing up stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
me, I added some tiny effects to my game, and
Frills.
then tried to fix bugs. Ended up making more bugs. So next week we'll be fixing a collision bug, the collision and reflection bug, and then maybe adding some different paddle types, and maybe adding different ball spawning things.
Hell yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah. Okay. I tested IAP.
You rented.
Yeah, I rented. Wait, what's the
Mhm.
other thing I did? Oh right, figuring out how to store the IAP locally. That's another one. So next week I will be. Damn, it's every single week I say the same thing. I'll just focus on finishing up the thing. Oh wait, sorry. I will have to work on the trailer. Yeah, I need to work on the trailer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Cool, man. So let's call it here then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for hanging around.
Thanks,
We're
guys.
gonna do it again next
week.
Sunday GMT plus 8 3
Oh
p.m.
shit!
Yeah.
Wait, next week is already gonna be in the middle of the demo festival.
Oh yeah.
Shit. Okay, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I'll report in with whether it turned out okay. Well,
Yeah.
well, it won't. It will be in the middle of it, so I guess we'll see how.
Right. Cool.
All right.
Look forward to it. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. All right. See you.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye. All right. Sega Tapes. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sharing your feedback. Yeah, John, would you look at 3D modeling? I mean, 3D modeling.
yeah.
There's some technical aspect to it, right? That may be to your fancy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, I enjoyed playing games like Super Hot and stuff like that. The low poly aesthetic is something that that I feel like if I put a little bit of effort, or if I put some effort into it, I might be able to work on
Pick it up, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels that
As
way.
opposed to high res, high poly 3D art. That is, I feel that would be too time consuming.
Yeah. I think I probably want to put in a little bit of time to learn Blender properly. But when it comes to making a game, I probably won't be doing 3D games that soon. I have another 2D idea I want to pursue first, but maybe I can use like some time to learn 3D modeling before I even consider making a 3D game, right? I mean, like a 3D game, 3D game, like if you're making a third-person game, right? The camera itself is something that is not trivial to implement at all, right, John?
Yeah.
Right. Like, if you notice, right, if you make a third-person game, right, and in very tight areas, you know, with a roof on top, a claustrophobic room, say, let's say for instance, then you have to do stuff like some games chose to do collision detection between the camera and the geometry, right? Right. But then that also means that you may have to end up trying to fix certain edge cases, like, you know, your camera getting caught in the geometry. Yeah. Or other games will simply do the stuff where they fade out the 3D models that is between the player and the camera. So yeah, there's a lot to think about, you know, and I think that's something that maybe I will consider when I know I have a bit more time.
Take control away from the player. No free camera movement. Just do tank controls.
No, the thing is, if you do first person, then you solve all the camera problems, right?
Yes, yeah.
Like,
So yeah, maybe your first 3D game can be like a Doom clone or a
Doom clone, right?
dungeon crawler kind of like the old school SMT games, dungeon crawling kind.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. I wonder how doing that in Game Maker would be like. Hey,
I imagine a lot of pain.
a lot of probably. But there are people who's done it. People who's written their own like OBJ loader within Game Maker itself. It's crazy, how these people. It's not just OBJ loader, right? Because like they even support like 3D animations. So who knows what format it is? Maybe it's Collada, you know, or maybe it's what's the format that we used to do? The Quake 2 format is what, MD2, right?
Oh yeah, something like that.
MD2 uses vertex animation. If I'm not sure if you're still familiar with it. Do you remember it?
It's been so long. I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, and there used to be this thing where they will split the upper body and the lower body, right?
I think so.
Yes, and then if you're playing a first-person shooter, right, and you see like some other see an enemy, right, you notice that the model is made out of two parts, the legs and the body can actually like rotate about the hip area, you know, like procedural animation, like it's controlled through code or something like that. It feels that way. I could be totally wrong, but it definitely felt like that. Yeah,
I think that's just the side effect of it being like FPS, right? So you move in one direction, but your hands would go in another direction, right? So
right. That's why they split the body in half. Is that it?
I would imagine so.
Yeah,
right? Because you want to aim different from where you're running towards.
True. But nowadays they don't need to do that, right? Like it's all animation blending? Is that how it goes? Like you have a set of animation playing for your legs and maybe your body is playing the aiming animation or something.
Or inverse kinematics or something like
inverse
that.
Right. This is something that I'm not familiar with. Yeah. To stuff that we can look into as well. Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll call it here. Amanda says we can rate Chow later. Okay, sure. Yay. So, Sega Tapes has followed. Thanks, Sega Tapes. Sorry, I have to turn off the alert box, so I didn't know when people follow. The reason why I had to turn off the alert box is that there was a whole spam of the bots. You know, have you heard of this bot, John? HOSS. HOSS00312. Oh my goodness, there was like a few dozen of them that followed the moment I started the stream. And they're all bots, right? It's obvious they are bots. Yeah, but thanks for the follow. Thanks, Maxime, as well. I haven't seen you in so long. Thank you so much. We'll end it here and then we'll rate Chow, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to you later, John. No, I guess we don't have to disconnect. Not yet. Can talk to you more after this. Alright. Let me just type the command in. Chowcalypse. How do you spell Chowcalypse? Chowcalypse.
Ow. Clips.
Lypse, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, thanks everyone. We'll see you again next week. Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh damn, it says invalid username. I typed the wrong thing. God damn it. Chowcalypse. There we go. Alright, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, give me a moment.
Oh, holy